The girl accidentally knocked over a stack of frozen meat. At that very moment, the manager, completely unaware that she was still inside, closed the freezer door from the outside. The loud noise of the meat crashing to the ground completely drowned out the sound of the door locking. It wasn't until the manager left and cut off the power supply in the store that she realized she was trapped inside. In a state of panic, she pounded hard on the thick freezer door, hoping to catch the manager's attention. However, by then, the manager had already taken the elevator downstairs and was completely oblivious to her plight. She attempted to activate the emergency exit switch, and then reached into her backpack to grab her phone for help. But she froze in horror at the realization that, for the sake of convenience while working, she had left her phone on the counter outside. As the cold air continued to circulate, the temperature inside the freezer started to drop sharply. She clearly understood that if she couldn't get out soon, she was likely to freeze to death. She quickly composed herself and picked up a handcart nearby, trying to use it to break open the door. However, after several attempts, all she managed to do was hurt her hands, and the door remained firmly shut. The temperature in the freezer kept dropping, and soon she was shivering all over and could only put her hands in her pockets to keep warm. Just then, she felt something in her pocket. It was a movie ticket her boyfriend had given her earlier. She hastily grabbed a metal tray from a nearby shelf and positioned herself by the freezer door. Every time someone passed by, she banged the tray against the door desperately, hoping that someone would hear her cries for help. A few people walked to the entrance of the restaurant, and she banged even harder, enduring the intense pain coming from her aching hands. Just when rescue seemed within reach, her fingers suddenly lost their strength, and the tray fell to the ground with a clatter. By the time she picked up the tray again, the last few people had already left, and a deathly silence filled the surroundings. She huddled alone in the corner, shivering uncontrollably, and gradually sank into despair. Just then, her eyes fell on the ventilation fan of the freezer. Bold idea flashed through her mind. This might just be the hope for her escape.